All right, so I've got a ton now. You can see almost 20 or so panning shots. Let's see, I think this one still moves too fast. So now the question is, yeah, that looks better. Okay, now the question is, how do I make it look like my creature is actually walking? And I'm going to use these guides to help me out, because I don't want my creature to move out of this little box. Because now he'll look like he's moving because the background's going to start to move. And I turn off all of these background plates that I've created. And there's various ways you can do all of this. I didn't want to get too complicated. So they're all just flat layers. So we started here. This was the last frame. Now, I'm going to start the walk cycle. And I'm going to start flattening these into frames, putting them up above. So I've created now a lot of assets within the stage that I can use, but I don't want to keep all of these always in the stage. Remember, I moved the creature walk cycle over from my assets file. So I also want that one open. Thought I had it open. There it is. Let me tuck that back in up here. Okay. But this is how the walk cycle will work. So I build my first frame with my creature walk. I'm going to work backwards on it. Then I go to the very top and I hold down Option and I say Layer, Merge Visible. Holding down Option, and that will create it as a new layer on the very top. Then I turn that one off. I change the walk cycle. And I change the panning. And then I hold down Option and I say Layer, Merge Visible. You just have to be on a visible layer. If I want the shortcut, it's Shift Command E. Shift Command E. So I don't like the shortcut. I'm going to hold down Option and do Layer, Merge Visible. And then move that up to the top. Turn it off. Okay. So now I've got two, you see? Where the creature's moving and the background's moving with it. Those are final frames. Now I turn those off, and I move down one on the creature, and I move down one or up one on the background. I select the next visible layer, and I say, hold down Option, and I say Layer, Merge Visible while holding down Option, and I get Layer 11. I move that to the top. And now I have three. So on and so on. I create each frame as I go. And I'm going to do this and create a full walking cycle across my landscape. But that is not all that needs to happen in my animation. I need to show a transformation. So this is just to show you how walking cycles work. As fun as they are. They're a bit of a burden, but key to animation. Now I get to the end of my walking cycle, but I still have a lot of landscape to go. That's why it's called a cycle. We get to repeat it. Hold down Option, hold down Merge Visible. I'm going to go ahead and move this above everything, so I don't need to keep doing that. Oh, but that's going to change them. Yeah, so I do need it. Oh, no, it won't. Okay, so I turn it off, move this up above. Okay, now, because it's a cycle, I go backwards. So I started going down, now I go up through it. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And I'll be finished once I get to my destination in the background. Key is to hold down Option while you're doing Merge Visible, so it doesn't erase everything you have. It gives you an extra layer. Okay, now I'm going up and up. So the next time you see a good GIF animation, you'll respect the art form a little bit more. But it is fun to see it all kind of come together. And digital is a great technology for it, because it makes these perfect copies every time. Now I'm going back down through it. I'm still trying to get to my location. I just made my landscape way too long. But it'll be cool. It'll be a long walk cycle. So the whole point of my story is that this guy is relocating. Man, I got a lot to go still. So it's easy to lose track. And so you could do an animation test using timeline, or you can just make sure as you turn these off and on that it's always going in the direction you think. So watch, I'll get like a little gallop now. Dum 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 dum. It's exciting. All right. Of course, now I have to turn these all off. So everything's going smoothly so far. And if something didn't, if you created like a weird layer, we would catch it when we do the animation test later on. All the timeline does is program this little eyeball. So I'm making that job a little bit easier right now for it. By already merging it. And I love how the copies number themselves for you. So if they get out of sequence, I know how to fix it. I think I'm I'm going up again. Yep. Now the reason I like to do a walking cycle with the background moving and the character not moving is even if I screw up in the character's movement and it has one kind of herky-jerky movement, you'll forgive that because obviously the background's moving. And so the illusion is there. Bless you. Animation is about a lot of cheats as well. Like, help fix mistakes. And each time I animate for this demo, I end up doing something different. So that's why all of the demos are back there in the YouTube channel. So you might find one that fits exactly what you're trying to do, and that might be more helpful. But this tries to just have lots of different components for you to use, whether you're animating the background or the creature. I don't think I've ever actually done a walking test with a moving background before for the class, so this will be a nice addition. But you can see it takes a lot of panels to actually get anywhere. So walking is slow. If I wanted it to be a faster creature, I'd do much fewer of these background ones. And he would look like he's going a lot faster, but that just doesn't fit this creature. Now if I think it's looking too much the same, going through that same walking cycle over and over, I can play a little bit with it. I can let it stutter a bit. So I just went down. Now I'll go up, but then I can go down again. And I can play a little bit with it because he's not a graceful, smooth creature. So here, instead of going up, I'm going to stutter back to here, just to break up the movement a bit, but keep that background moving steady. Now, why did I bring the walking over to the stage? Because it would take a long time to copy and paste from my assets each time. Now I'll jump up to this one. And now I'll go back up again. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 more steps. Huh, that one barely moved at all. Oh, there we go.